Hey, hello again. Amateur Trainer Label here. Just giving you a quick look at my new Puma White Hunter, which I'll just show in a minute. But I've got my other Puma knives here. This is the Puma Bowie and the Puma, what they call it, Hunter Power, and the folder Ebenholz folder here. So really great knife, the little folder, lock back folder. I've got a video on this one. And Puma Bowie. And I just point out the date there, 08, so it's made in 2008. RC, original Bowie, this one. I'm just pointing out the dates because when I come to the Puma Hunter, I'll show you in a minute. It's quite good. This one here, it's 102, so it's made in the first half of 2002. It's a Hunter's Companion, Puma Hunter's Companion. This one is made in Germany, Puma Hunter made in Germany. This one here, it says Puma Germany, but on the box. On the box it's Puma IP Germany, so Puma IP is originally sort of made in Spain but assembled in Germany, at least that's what I understand. I just showed the box there because the White Hunter, the old Pumas would have come in a plastic type box. Fortunately I didn't get the box with this one. So you had a quick look at the Puma Hunter. The Bowie here I haven't really used much. I just get out occasionally if I got to carve the roast or something like that. It really works well. Carving. The Puma Hunter I've used a few times there. Great knife. Stays sharp, sharpens up well. Yeah, it just works well. It's just a basic sort of knife in the field. And now, something that's quite desirable and even collectible. Certain ones are collectible, and maybe this one would be collectible, but it is used. Puma White Hunter. Da-da-da! Bring it out. Here it is here. And when you see photos of these, you think it's a lot bigger than what it actually is, or at least I did. This is it here. This one's the wooden handle. It's a jacaranda hardwood, and I think sometimes these are referred to as Automeister Hunter or White Hunter. There's other White Hunters, or most of them have got the stag handles. So you can see some similarities there. The stag handle, the finger guard. And interestingly, I'll just line up there. You can see the length. The bow is actually marginally longer because of the swoop in there than what the White Hunter is. Interesting. So while I'm just talking about the length, I just got my tape here because you see photos of this, you think that it's like a much bigger blade, but see the blade here is only just on 6 inches, the whole blade, and the total length around the 10.5 inches mark. So that's it. And yet when I first got it I thought, oh, even though I could see the size, I thought it's quite reasonably light, reasonably well balanced, and I can see all the features of the knife that various videos people talk about. You can see that there. I just look over the top. Puma White Hunter, genuine Puma Meister steel, made in West Germany, and that's the code number 6399. There's been several variations of these. It's a 637 something and a 6 whatever, and there was one made with like a plastic type molded injection type handle, which is more for marine use apparently. Some of these were put out as like a pilot survival knife. They became they're well regarded as hunting. The couple of videos I saw, people have used them in the field, work really well. For a little while there during the Vietnam War back in the 70s or late 60s, apparently American soldiers were getting hold of these and using them as well. Of course they had K-bars in war as well, but these seem to be very popular, and they could get hold of them, and maybe not as expensive as what they are now. But this one here, because it's been used, see some of the like smudges on it. I don't know, because the Puma Meister steel is supposed to be like a 440A or 440, some variation of 440 steel, so it's reasonably stainless, and yet it's got some of these stain marks on here. It's got a big scratch down there you might be able to see, but in that I don't think it's been used a real lot. But the real interesting feature, and I don't know if it makes it any more valuable as such, but the genuine one, see here the numbers, camera won't quite focus I don't think. Anyway, the number is 73373, and when you look up online there's even the Puma knife site. You can type in the code, the date code, and it'll tell you. This one is third quarter of 1973, so it is a pretty old knife, yet in really good condition. The handle looks like it's hardly been used, so it could have been used at some stage and then was being kept in storage for quite a while. The sheath is interestingly this sort of embossed type Puma logo. Even these little studs here have a little tiny Puma logo on it, and interestingly it locks down through the stud on there like that, as compared to the newer sheaths which have a button on there, still with Puma marked. Puma logos changed over time, you can see there they changed things over time. Interestingly, the rivets here got the little Puma logo on the rivets, so a string of rivets down there rather than just one rivet to hold the blade in, and still has the bottom hole there for the tie-in point. So you can see there the leather's a lot thicker on this newer one than the old one, so but they still work well. See the design up here has changed a bit as well. There's a rivet in the back here, but the other one doesn't really have that, because this piece of leather here is riveted on to make the belt loop, as opposed to the newer style where it's just all sort of formed as one piece. And thereby this, I suppose you'd call it secondary retention loop. It's a little bit formed a bit different as well compared to this one where it's just sort of tied inside there. So really interesting. I'm really glad I've got the knife and the sheath, and I do plan on using it a bit because it is designed to be used. There's a great video put out by one of the guys there, just demonstrating a little bit of chopping some wood and scraping, that sort of thing, and some of the features of the knife. So it's quite a wide handle across the top here, even though it's reasonably narrow or not as tall this way. So for me, my medium-sized hand, plenty of grip. But compared to like the stag handle knife, you can see that the thickness sort of similar in thickness, so this particular stag's a bit thinner. Compare the this one here is sort of a little bit bigger, so obviously a stag handle, you just use whatever you get, sort of thing. And it shows the battening of some wood. It's about 5mm thick back here on the blade, but obviously it's trimmed down to go into the handle, and it's 5mm there, and then it's trimmed down here. This part here is more for, they said, it's not sharp, no, I suppose you could sharpen it, more for like chopping into bone, like a knee joint or something like that, rather than using the actual blade. And coming across here, where it's back to like full thickness or nearly full thickness. So here, if you're doing some battening or some more heavy chopping, this is where you hit. Now on here, you don't hit up here to chop your batten to pieces. So it's designed there. Then you've got the swedge coming down there to make quite a strong point. So if you needed to drill into wood for like a bow drill or bow divot, it's quite strong enough to do something like that. You're trying to put into wood. Got the curve around here. It came reasonably sharp when I got it. I just put it on the strop a little bit. It sharpens up very nice, cuts paper, shaves the hair on my arm, no problem. And then you've got these very, very fine serrations here. Can't quite, sort of shows up in the camera there. Apparently that's for like sawing into a piece of bone or trying to crack the bone. So quite a few features on this whole blade all the way around. So a real outdoors type knife. Then you got the big finger guard. Coming back to there where the secondary, well, I just refer to a secondary retention on the knife. So the knife would go in there, This goes over the top, and then I've got this pulled around here. So then this part goes through there and then it loops over the top. So White Hunter, highly regarded, reasonably collectible, and quite a good knife, really good. So a little bit of chopping, I just maybe slice a bit of wood up there, slicing wood, scraping wood with the opposite side. Yep, there we go. Puma White Hunter. Put these back up here. Just have a look at them. So as that meant, twin and enable. Thanks for looking. Thanks for sticking with me. I haven't made a video for a while now, so I'll get back into it a bit now. So remember, stay ready, stay alert, stay prepared. Endure to the end in these crazy times. Stay strong. Bye bye for now.